What's up, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another informative video. I hope you guys are doing well out there on this dreary midweek Wednesday. I'm doing pretty good myself, though. Look, I come across this particular story right here. This situation about this teacher. Her name is Abigail Zwinner. She's a first grade teacher, and she was actually shot by one of her students, which was a 6-year-old child. You understand? And the thing about it is this. All I can say is that the education field is getting to be to the point to where it's not worth, trying to teach somebody's children if you got to come to school and wind up getting yourself shot or beaten or what have you. And not only that, the same thing with the students. They're in danger from some kid, coming up in the school shooting, or some weirdo, whoever. Could be even the teachers, faculty members. You know what I mean? I heard in another situation that they passed some laws for teachers to even carry guns. You understand? So I'm saying this. At this point, I think that a lot of parents need to start homeschooling. Okay? I really do. Because this is getting to be to the point to where it's just not worth even running the risk of sending your child out the door, or even the teacher leaving out, going to a school, and then wind up, getting shot. Okay? So without further ado, I want to check out a couple videos, show you guys what's up, bring you up to speed to it, and see how this kid even got a gun at 6 years old. You understand? Then we'll get into the commentary.
A search for answers tonight after an unthinkable crime Friday in Newport News, Virginia. Police say a first grader shot a teacher on purpose after an altercation.
Mrs. Zwinner was providing class instruction. The 6-year-old child displayed a firearm, pointed it at her, and fired one round. There was no physical struggle or fight. She suffered a gunshot wound, but she was still able to get all of her students out of that classroom.
Police tell CNN they have been in touch with the parents.
We determined that the firearm was in the residence where they lived, and the child had obtained that firearm, placed it in his backpack, and brought it to school.
The teacher, Abby Zwinner, made it from the classroom to the main office despite a bleeding chest wound, according to a grandparent who happened to be there and administered CPR to the teacher.
She came into the office saying that she had been shot. She had blood on her hand and blood on her shirt, and she said that she had been shot. I don't know if she fainted, but she had fallen to the floor.
Here's what one 8-year-old experienced in another classroom.
We all stayed quiet. 2 people were crying. I will help them. And when the cops came, we were marching to the gym, and we were all saying,
A SWAT team secured the school. No students hurt.
But I can tell you that the individuals responsible will be held accountable. I can promise that.
The teacher upgraded to stable condition. The suspect taken into custody.
We need to keep the guns out of the hands of our young people. These are the things that happen when we have access to weapons.
The police chief, Steve Drew, has just told us that the child in question who fired the shot is being treated at a local medical facility. When we asked the chief if the parents would be charged in the case, the chief kind of dodged that question, said they need to get more information from the investigation, talk to the detectives, talk to the Child Protective Services people, and to the Commonwealth's attorney before determining whether the parents will be charged.
Learning new details in that shooting of an elementary school teacher inside a classroom in Newport News, Virginia. The alleged gunman is a 6-year-old boy. Well, the teacher today is in stable condition, and CBS's Chris Van Cleve has new reporting and information on where the young boy got the handgun.
Tonight, police say the 6-year-old put his mother's 9mm handgun in his backpack before leaving for school.
They shot the teacher. I know where that student is. Great student.
Police say first-grade teacher Abigail Zwinner was giving a lesson on Friday afternoon when the boy pulled out a gun and pointed it at the 25-year-old. Investigators say she threw up her hand to protect herself, but the bullet went through it and into her chest.
She suffered a gunshot wound, but she was still able to get all of her students out of that classroom.
Newport News Police Chief Steve Drew.
Do you have reason to believe that this 6-year-old was targeting multiple people in that classroom?
I believe that the actions were at or towards the teacher.
but you never know how someone's going to react with a firearm.
LaWanda Sample Rusk was in the school office waiting to pick up her grandkids when Zwarner came in for help.
She fainted on the floor, and then it scared me, and I knew I screamed.
This is the fourth shooting involving a 6-year-old since 2000. Last year, there were more than 300 school shootings. In the majority of those incidents, a student or staff member was shot.
What would you expect to happen as far as what this child may face?
Nobody under 11 can be locked up in state custody.
The police chief says that 6-year-old boy is at a medical facility for evaluation and that ultimately what happens next to him will be up to a judge. We learned during the briefing the boy's mother legally purchased that handgun. The chief says their investigation is ongoing and did not rule out the possibility she could face charges. Nora?
Chris Van Cleve, thank you.
Wow, I tell you, like I said, the educational system is definitely flawed, and that's just all there is to it. You understand? There's no reason why teachers and students should be endangered when they go to school to educate for education. Get educated. You understand? At this point, I fault the parents, for not being more responsible. When you bring a firearm into the house, number one, I don't think your child should even know it's there, because kids are curious by nature, okay? And if they see this gun, they're going to know where that gun is. They're going to want to go and put their hands on it. You understand? And it can end in chaotic, results, like in this particular situation right here. The parent who had this gun is even blessed that the child didn't shoot himself or even shot her or him. You understand? See, that's the thing about it. And see, with all the violence that we see on TVs, on the TV, wherever, movies, internet, whatever, using guns, the kid automatically knows what this thing is for and what to do with it. And a lot of them are very curious and want to be able to see what it's, it feels like to even fire a gun. You know what I'm saying? Or even shoot somebody, as in this case. And see, the law, the judicial system is going to throw the book at somebody. You see that cop was talking about, it was intentional. You understand what I'm saying? A 6-year-old child with a gun pointed at somebody and then shooting it is intentional. But like I said, that's what he says. But like I said, a lot of this stuff is pre-programmed through television. Okay? That's just what it is. That's just what it is. So, can you really say that it was intentional? You sell toy guns on the market. That's kind of like pre-training to even want to shoot somebody, as a child. Buy them a little cap gun and stuff like that. That's what we used to have when we were kids, little cap pistols, and when you shoot it, little pop, pop, like that, give you the illusion that you actually busting caps, pre-programming since, all the way from to 5 or 6 years old, like in this kid's age, or even sometimes younger than that. See, but he's already paving the way for the judicial system to actually pave the, throw the book at this kid, But I can definitely say that the parents bear responsibility in this situation and should be handled thereof, because hey, this could have been easily avoided if the parent had made sure you secured the gun where the child could have never got his hands on it. You understand? But you guys tell me what you think in the comment section about it. Should this kid be prosecuted for what he did, or should the parent be prosecuted? I'm interested in hearing your thoughts, views, and opinions on it. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And people, please remember to live your life as though we are being watched, simply because we are. This is James, and I'm out. Peace.